What's up, guys? Haven't made a video on the Burgman 200 in a while. Haven't actually done any riding on the road. I've done a little bit more riding on the KLX yesterday. Today is the first day in literally months that it hasn't been either raining or below about 37 degrees in the morning when I leave for work. 37 is about my cutoff. 37, 36. I'll think about it. If it's above 37 and the weather's good, it's pretty much a yes. But around that 37, 36 marks when I start thinking no. So anyway, this morning, woke up, checked the weather. It's going to rain, but not till like midnight. And it was 37. And I thought, alright, perfect time to ride in. I realized how long it had been because I'm pretty religious about setting the time on my vehicles, like correcting it with the daylight savings time and all of that. And yeah, this one has not been set, so it's been a couple months. I've probably rode it a time or two maybe in that amount of time, but not enough to even notice that the clock was wrong. So I do have the new rear tire on here. I've had it on here for a little while now. I'll have to check the exact mileage. I'm not 100% sure. I may flash it up on the screen if I get a chance to look it up. And I'm probably going to do a more dedicated review on it once it gets a little more miles on it. I think if I had to guess, it's probably only got 1,000 to 1,500 miles on it. Which should be a fraction of its life. So maybe when it gets up around 2,500 to 3,500 miles, I would like to think 3,500 be close to the halfway point for this tire. But whenever it's looking like it's about at the halfway point, I plan on making a dedicated video, and then of course follow that up when the tire completely does wear out and I have to replace it again. At which point I'll have to replace the front as well, and I'll probably run the same tire that I'm running on the back, which is a Pilot Pure SC, pretty sure. So you got that to look forward to in the future if you're here on the channel for scooter content. And the bike's been sitting so much in the garage, and I've had with wintertime, had some birds nesting in there, so I'm covered in bird crap. Which is always great. Not me, the scooter. But anyway, so yeah, rode the bike to work today for the first time in what literally feels like forever, and has definitely been a couple months. And like I said, if you're here for the Burgman 200 content, the next video will probably be possibly that tire video. I do have a trip planned that involves the Burgman. Again, if you're not that super familiar with how I use the Burgman, I just commute back and forth to work on it. I don't ride it outside of that, other than occasionally riding it to the store to pick up, a loaf of bread or something, which is just a couple miles down the road from my house. So, with all of that in mind, yeah, I don't ride it much, so that's why there's not a crazy amount of Burgman 200 vlogs or anything on my channel. But I do have a trip coming up, and I do intend to take the Burgman on that trip because the Harley has no storage, and it would be a nightmare of a trip to take on the new KLX, even if I added storage to it. So I do plan to do, it'll be a camping trip, and I plan to try to film a majority of that. So anyway, at this point, I'm just kind of rambling on. But again, if you're here for Burgman content, it is continuing to happen. It's just slow and few and far between because the only scenery you would see is me riding it back and forth to work. So anyway, I'm still alive. I'll get back to making videos. I kind of took some time off during the holidays, and the weather's just been garbage. But until next time, peace.